Continuing to go over various specialized units across our focus region, we turn our attention to two amphibious units of the Finnish Defence Forces, the Nyland Brigade and its Coastal Brigade. It's these two units that have a focus on amphibious operations. In its own words, the brigades have one foot onshore and the other offshore. And so let's take a closer look at the Coastal and Nyland Brigades, including their structure and equipment for today's video. We first begin with the Nyland Brigade. Located in Raasepori, close to both the Helsinki metropolitan area and the Turku region, this brigade is said to be one of the oldest troop units in Finland. The brigade has its roots in the Nyland Regiment, one of 8 regiments established by the King of Sweden in 1626, when Finland was part of the Swedish Empire. So yes, this means that 2026 is the year the unit celebrates its 400th birthday. Interestingly, the brigade is the only Swedish-speaking brigade-level unit in Finland. In fact, the language of training is Swedish, while the language of command is Finnish. Falling under the command of the Finnish Navy, the most crucial task of the brigade is to produce mobile coastal Jaeger troops for the wartime needs of the Finnish Defence Forces. We're not sure how up-to-date the official unit webpage is, but it's stated that in its peacetime state, the brigade has about 200 employees, of whom around 30 are civilians. In addition, it stated that around 60 employees in the garrison work in different assisting capacities, such as catering, healthcare, and maintenance of property and grounds. Again, this extremely small number of professional full-time service members is due to how Finland structures its military forces, something we cover extensively in another video about the country's conscription and reservist system. Every year, however, the brigade provides training for approximately 1,500 conscripts, of whom about 1% are women and about 20% have Finnish as their native language. With its primary role to produce coastal Jaeger troops, the Nyland Brigade trains, among others, companies with coastal Jaegers, mortarmen and engineers, as well as headquarters and signal companies, military policemen, coastal or man-portable missile troops, and vehicle and boat operators. In addition, the brigade conducts training for a range of special tasks related to fire control, signal transmission, as well as medicine and logistics. Troops are trained for offshore conditions, but essentially being Marines, they are capable of operating on land, specifically the islands of the vast archipelago of the Finnish coast. On the water, troops move in high-speed boats such as the Jehu and Jurmo classes. They may also use armored vehicles and all-terrain trucks. In terms of its peacetime structure, the brigade consists of a headquarters and 2 units, the Vaasa Coastal Infantry Battalion and the Tammisaari Coastal Infantry Battalion, as well as a maintenance centre. Under the Vaasa Battalion is the 1st Coastal Jaeger Company, which is the primary infantry unit of the Navy. It's the sub-unit responsible for training coastal Jaegers, reconnaissance groups, coastal missile and anti-tank forces. Alongside this is an amphibious task unit, said to be the most demanding special training unit of the brigade. Next, in the Vaasa Battalion is the 2nd Coastal Jaeger Company, which is tasked with training future non-commissioned officers for various branches of the infantry, including coastal Jaegers, fire control, reconnaissance, anti-tank, coastal missiles, and military police. And then there's the Boat Company, which trains boat drivers and crews of U-600 and U-700 class vessels. Training includes high-speed navigation, maintenance of naval diesel engines, use of modern marine electronics, and handling of weapons on board, including a 12.7mm anti-aircraft machine gun and a 40mm grenade launcher. While some countries wear a green beret as something of a standard or default, the green beret for other countries has traditionally been the insignia of coastal and special forces. And so, distinguishing certain members from others in the Finnish Defence Forces, the Vaasa Battalion has been granted the right to wear the green beret as the unit's headgear in order to emphasise the special nature of coastal Jaeger training. The right to wear the green beret is granted to a person who has successfully completed the Coastal Patrol qualification and has an appropriate educational and service background. Persons who have once been granted the right to wear the green beret have a permanent right to wear it on special holidays, such as the anniversary of the brigade, Swedish Day, the Navy's anniversary, and at military funerals. But finally, for this brigade, we wrap up its structure by going over the Tammisaari Coastal Infantry Battalion, which is comprised of a mortar company with 120mm mortars as their main weapon, as well as a headquarters and signal company, a pioneer/engineer company, and a military driver training subunit. Let's now move over to the Coastal Brigade, one of the newest units of the Finnish Defence Forces, as it was formed from the previous Gulf of Finland Coastal Defence District in 2015. According to its official webpage, the Coastal Brigade trains approximately 2,000 conscripts each year. Of these, 30 to 40 are women who are doing voluntary military service. The brigade has slightly over 300 full-time personnel in military and civilian positions. The unit, alongside brigade headquarters, has three main subunits. First, there's the Porkkala Coastal Battalion, which consists of support troops, a support company, transport company, MP company, and materiel center. Next is the Suomenlinna Coastal Regiment. This regiment consists of 4 subunits at the battery/company level. First is the Coastal Artillery Battery, which trains gunners with a focus on using the 130 TK Coastal Artillery gun. It also trains fire control/forward observers and naval surveillance operators. This is also the brigade's readiness unit. Next is the Signal Company, which is fairly self-explanatory. Third is an anti-surface missile battery, which uses the truck-mounted RBS-15 SF, a Swedish anti-ship missile system bearing the Finnish Navy designation MTO-85. And there's the Naval/Sea Company, which trains engineers and security forces with a focus on guarding critical sites and infrastructure. Some troops in this unit are trained to be Coast Guards with the help of the Gulf of Finland Coast Guard District. And finally, there's the Naval Reconnaissance Battalion, a unit which includes a diver school that trains both professional soldiers and conscripts for EOD and combat diver roles, as well as a naval reconnaissance company specializing in the training of coastal reconnaissance forces. The reconnaissance company also trains forward observers and coastal radar troops. The brigade had previously trained and maintained elements of the military's ETO, or Special Action Unit. However, the Special Forces unit was moved to be under the Utti Jaeger Regiment in 2022, when all Special Forces elements were centralized. And so those are the basics of the Finnish Navy's amphibious units, the Coastal and Nyland Brigades. The Nyland Brigade is quite the interesting unit in terms of its mix of Swedish and Finnish heritage. The Green Beret tradition was quite interesting to learn about as well. If you're generally interested in marine/amphibious units, we invite you to check out our video on Lithuania's Fusiliers after this. But what do you think of these Finnish marine units? Let us know by leaving a comment. And our special thanks to Johannes for helping us with the research and fact-checking of this video.